In that last sentence are 3 of these natural principles. Can you spot them? Goal, focus, persistence. And you might say it can't be that simple. I'd have to agree with you. Because Hill, late in his life, after spending almost all of that life distilling the philosophy of personal achievement, had to be talked out of retirement just to put a final polish on these 17 natural success principles. What I'm about to show you, briefly, is a short explanation of each one in a way you can learn and remember all of them, just so you can now start your studies of these principles while you get busy becoming even more successful at anything you want to be successful in. And your success is whatever you want it to be, and whatever you want to achieve, attain, or acquire. Because if you're reading this, you've already been successful at many things, like learning to read, for instance, or learning to dress yourself and hold a job in order to earn income so you could buy this book, or at least find it in the library. Maybe it was learning how to research and find things online. Your success in life so far has already utilized many of these principles. They've never been pointed out to you or taught because it only seemed to be common sense up to now. But that sort of sense supposedly can't be taught. It has to be derived from sometimes painful experience. And your experience can also teach you unsuccessful patterns as well. Certainly the society around you now works to support almost everyone, regardless of whether they succeed or fail in life. The point of life, in this book, is to learn how to become just as successful as you really want, at anything and everything you could possibly want, because nothing is really holding you back except those limits you've already accepted and still hold in your mind. Napoleon Hill started from scratch and made himself a millionaire 3 separate times in his life. Others, like W. Clement Stone, turned $100 into $10 million just by following what Hill worked out. Earl Nightingale was exceptionally successful at almost everything he tried and left us around 9,000 recordings of tips and tricks to living. Again, this was only after he found and started applying Hill's most famous book. You can find many modern contemporary examples of this. Any search engines will give you names of the rich and famous who have digested Hill's books and lectures. Your own next question is, perhaps, so why aren't I successful? How come I don't have everything I want out of life? Our culture has instilled self-limiting beliefs throughout our upbringing and academic training. Your challenge now is to test for yourself each part of your life training to see if those habitual thought patterns you've accepted are helping you move forward or just keeping you back. You can really get everything you want out of life and keep it, and you only know for sure when you set up various tests to prove this for yourself. These test results will, in turn, pose more questions. Looking for the answers you seek is probably due to underlying reasons you're reading this book or listening to this audio or watching these videos. Now, while you're going to have to answer these particular questions for yourself, I can give you a broad hint. You don't believe that you've already experienced these principles at work. No one has ever suggested to you that there is possibly a science of success based on discoverable natural principles. This short set of essays is here to expose you to these natural principles in a particular order and to help you orient your efforts around them just to get as successful as you want. I'm going to present these principles in a format where you can remember them simply and tell you a bit more about how they work. However, this is only a very brief introduction. It's going to be up to you to research and test these in your own life to prove or disprove them for yourself.